Welcome. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about a mindset shift so powerful. It can completely change the course of your life. A way of thinking used by the greatest investors, entrepreneurs, and innovators in history. And here's the thing, most people will never use it because they're trapped in the present. What if I told you the secret to massive success isn't doing more today, but thinking 10 years ahead? From building the world's largest online store, to compounding wealth for decades, to planning humanity's future on another planet, the most extraordinary achievements were born from one thing: long-term thinking. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to train your mind to think long-term, even in a world addicted to short-term rewards. Because if you can master this, you won't just win in the next year, you'll win for the rest of your life. The problem: the short-term trap. We live in the fastest world in human history. Instant messages, instant coffee, instant fame. We've been trained to expect results right now. And when they don't come, we give up. In the 1970s, researchers gave children a choice: eat one marshmallow now or wait 15 minutes and get two. Decades later, the kids who waited were more successful in almost every area of life. Why? They mastered delayed gratification, the ability to trade a small reward today for a much greater one tomorrow. But today, our brains are being rewired. Every like, every notification, every binge watch gives us a quick hit of dopamine, tricking us into thinking we're accomplishing something when we're not. We start something, but when results don't appear immediately, we quit. The short-term trap is this: we overestimate what we can do in a week, but underestimate what we can achieve in a year. But here's the truth: the most extraordinary lives are built not in days, not in weeks, but over years. And that's where long-term thinking changes everything. The power of thinking long-term. Short-term thinking is like planting seeds and walking away because you don't see a tree the next day. Long-term thinking is staying, watering, and trusting that the roots are growing, even when you can't see them. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. The secret isn't just about money. It's about life. Skills, habits, relationships, they all compound. What starts small can become unstoppable if you give it time. When Jeff Bezos started Amazon, he wasn't thinking about next quarter's profits. He was thinking 10 years ahead, building the infrastructure, the systems, and the culture that would dominate the next century. That vision made him one of the most successful entrepreneurs in history. Olympic athletes train for 4 years for a race that lasts seconds. They know the gold medal isn't won on the day of the competition. It's won in the quiet years when no one is watching. Long-term thinkers are like grandmasters. They're not obsessed with the next move, they're playing for the end game. Every choice today is a move that shapes their future board. So how do you train yourself to think beyond the next week, the next month, or even the next year? Let's break it down into strategies you can start using right now. Strategies to train long-term thinking. Long-term thinking isn't just a mindset, it's a skill. And like any skill, it can be trained. Here's how to start today. Start with the end in mind. Picture your ideal future, not just in vague dreams, but in vivid detail. Then work backward. Ask, what steps would I need to take to get there? This makes your future a clear map, not a blurry wish. Before making a decision, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, stop letting it consume your energy. Long-term thinkers don't get trapped fighting battles that won't matter on the bigger journey. Goals are destinations. Systems are the engines that take you there. Instead of saying, I want to write a book, build a system of writing 500 words a day. Systems make progress automatic. even on the days motivation is nowhere to be found. Business thinker Simon Sinek calls it the infinite game, playing to keep playing, not just to win once. It means making decisions that keep you growing, learning, and creating for decades, not just chasing one short-lived victory. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Guard it. Cut out the constant noise. Say no to things that don't serve your vision, and make space for deep, uninterrupted work. What you protect today compounds tomorrow. When you live this way, something magical happens. You stop chasing quick wins and start building something that lasts. And that's where the real mindset shift begins. The mindset shift. The bamboo plant spends years growing underground where no one can see it. Then, almost overnight, it rises sky high. Success works the same way. Years of unseen effort. Then a sudden breakthrough the world calls an overnight success. Short-term thinkers run sprints. Long-term thinkers climb mountains. The sprint burns you out. The mountain changes who you are. The mindset shift is realizing that patience is not weakness. It's a weapon. It's the rare ability to keep showing up long after the excitement is gone, long after the applause fades. Because the truth is, the biggest results in life don't come from one massive leap. They come from the tiny, consistent steps you take when nobody's watching. Day after day, year after year. When you shift your mind to think in decades, you stop asking, how fast can I get there? And start asking, how far can I go if I never stop? And that is the power of long-term thinking. The seasons of growth. Every dream, every goal, every great achievement has its seasons. First comes the planting season, the hard work, the long hours, the sacrifices no one sees. It's backbreaking, it's thankless, and sometimes it feels like nothing is happening. Then comes the growing season where progress is invisible. You show up every day, you water the soil, you tend the field, but there's still no sign of life. This is where most people quit, not because they're incapable, but because they can't stand waiting. And finally, the harvest, the season where everything you've sown comes to life, the season where years of invisible work suddenly become impossible to ignore. This is when people call you an overnight success. But you'll know the truth. Your harvest was years in the making. The seasons will always take time. The only question is, will you have the patience to see them through? The 1% better every day. People think they need massive changes to change their life. But here's the truth. You don't need to be twice as good tomorrow. You just need to be 1% better. If you improve by just 1% every day for a year, you'll be 37 times better by the end of it. That's the power of small, consistent improvements. They don't just add up, they multiply. It's not about one giant leap. It's about the tiny steps no one applauds, no one notices, and no one celebrates, until the day they change everything. The question isn't, can I be perfect tomorrow? The question is, can I be 1% better today? Because if you can, the future takes care of itself. Delayed gratification as a superpower. We live in a world addicted to now. Fast food. Same-day delivery. Instant like. But here's the truth. The people who win big in life are the ones willing to wait. Decades ago, researchers discovered that kids who could wait for 2 marshmallows instead of eating one immediately ended up more successful in life. Today, it's not marshmallows we're tempted by. It's quick pleasures, instant rewards, and easy escapes. When you can delay the reward, you multiply the reward. The world is full of people who want it now, and empty of people who are willing to wait. That's why the patient win. Delayed gratification isn't about waiting. It's about investing. Every moment you resist the easy win, you're building a future the impatient will never touch. The legacy lens. Most people think in days, weeks, maybe years. But the rare few think in lifetimes. They see their work, their actions, their choices as something that will outlive them. This is the legacy lens, the ability to see beyond your own timeline. To ask, will this still matter when I'm gone? And to live in a way where the answer is yes. Legacy thinking changes everything. You stop chasing applause today and start building impact that echoes for generations. Because the truth is, your life is a story, and one day it will be told in the past tense. The question is, will it be worth telling? The world will keep chasing quick wins, instant likes, and overnight fame. But you're playing a different game. You're building something that will still matter in 5, 10, even 50 years from now. Every step you take, every choice you make today, compounds into the future you're creating. It won't always be fast. It won't always be easy. But when you look back years from now, you'll see every moment was worth it. So stop asking, how quickly can I get there? And start asking, how far can I go if I never stop? Your future is calling. Don't keep it waiting.